Hello FPL managers and welcome back to another video from myself, Will, and fantasyfootballhub.co.uk. In this video we're going to be taking a look at my first draft FPL squad. Let's get into it. Okay, so here it is in all its glory. Before we do jump into it, if you are new around here, then make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I go through each and every game week throughout the season. This season, I'm going to be aiming for my 5th top 1k finish. Managed to get a top 1k finish last season. So yeah, if you're interested in that, I'll be revealing my final draft on this channel. There'll be a lot more FPL content, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're aiming for 75k subscribers, so I really appreciate if you could help us to that target by just hitting that subscribe button. Okay, so first thing to note, this has only been a couple of days, but I am beginning to get a little bit of a flavour of the players that I do want in my squad. I am really liking the look of the Brighton defence. You know, Sanchez, he seems pretty nailed on, 4.5. You can't go too far wrong. I'm not set on him though. I think there are a lot of good, more premium options at the 5 million mark, which I could be tempted by if I can find a little bit of money elsewhere in the squad. Lamptey, you know, obviously there's a bit of an injury concern around him. There's other options for Brighton, all priced 4.5. I think Lamptey offers some incredible, you know, attacking threat. Brighton have some brilliant fixtures, actually. We'll switch over to their fixtures now. Okay, so this is the Fantasy Football Hub fixture checker. I know thousands of you are already members, so thank you. But if you're not yet a member, you know, what are you waiting for? Now is absolutely the time to sign up. You can dominate your mini leagues. We've got loads and loads of tools, loads and loads of resources. This is our fixture ticker. And as you can see, you can slide between different game week ranges. I'm going to look at the first 4 game weeks. I'm also going to sort this by defence. I'm going to switch the advanced tab off for now. And as you can see, Brighton coming out on top for over the first 4 fixtures for defensive rating. They've got really nice fixtures. They've played Burnley, Watford, Everton and Brentford in the first 4. So I'm backing them to start the season well from a defensive point of view. That's why I've gone for Lamptey and Sanchez in there. I'm not completely set on the double up by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think there is some real value in Brighton defenders. If you watched my team reveal videos last season, you know I am a little bit of a fan of a defensive double up if those defensive fixtures are good and if those players offer good value. And I do think that situation applies to Brighton, and I also think it applies to Liverpool. I've gone for a double up in Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson. I think both of them offer very good value. You know, they were the 2 highest scoring defenders last season, despite Liverpool not having a good season defensively, despite Van Dijk being out for most of the season. And I think that they're going to be better defensively this season. And I think that those 2 offer just incredible value from an attacking point of view and a defensive point of view. Liverpool start the season with Norwich and Brentford. So good fixtures. And I think both of them offer, you know, incredible value. So I do quite like Liverpool defensive options. Am I set on them? No, not set on them completely, but I think probably I will have at least one of them come the start of the season. Fofana, another really good 4.5 option. There are a lot of good 4.5 options. I like Ayling, who I've also got on my bench there. I also like Cody, Fofana. You know, if the only slight worry with Fofana, if Leicester decide to switch to a back 4, then he potentially could miss out, but I think that's kind of unlikely. And for 4.5 for, you know, a young player that you expect is going to have a better season this season, his attacking numbers are pretty decent last season as well. So I think that Fofana 4.5 is a very strong option. I did mention Ayling very briefly on the bench there. There aren't really any 4.0 defenders, and as I'm going for a 4-4-2 formation, I did want somebody, you know, that's pretty much guaranteed to play, and I think Ayling is a great option at 4.5. Moving on to the midfield options then, and I've gone for Phil Foden as my Manchester City attacking options. I do think it is worth having at least one Manchester City asset, just because they're, you know, the Premier League champions, and they're just such a beast of a team. They score so many goals. So just going back to the fixture ticker quickly, if we switch over to attack and we go to the advanced tab here and we go to predicted results. So what this does is it takes into account the strength of both teams. So it's the strength of Manchester City and who they're playing. So as you can see there, this is looking at what teams are expected to score the most goals from game week 1 to game week 4. So it's a really interesting and nice addition to the fixture ticker. As you can see, Manchester United coming out on top, which We'll come to why I've selected Bruno Fernandes, but that is, a key reason for that. Manchester City there, although on paper their fixtures aren't fantastic, they're still predicted to score the second most goals of 7.6. So no surprise there. That's basically saying that Manchester City are a very good side, and it's partly why I want one of their players. I do think Phil Foden is going to be on course for a ridiculous season, but just to highlight the fact that he makes a lot of sense as an FPL pick. Considering there is, 3 million difference between Foden and Sterling, this is their comparison for last season. And as you can see, there isn't really too much of a difference between Foden and Sterling there. Foden producing a lot of good numbers. He looks a big goal threat. He seemed to be almost more trusted than Sterling under Pep Guardiola, certainly towards the back end of last season. So I just think that, Foden, he's going to be on for a big season. I want a Manchester City player. I do think he's probably the best value Manchester City player. And you compare him to De Bruyne here, coming in at 12 million. Obviously, De Bruyne, certainly from a assist point of view, smashes Foden out of the park. But, Foden getting more shots inside the box. And you've got to remember, this guy is 4 million cheaper than De Bruyne. So for me, I think that Foden looks like a really, really strong option. Elsewhere in midfield, it'll become no surprise that Fernandes and Salah are in there. Liverpool and Manchester United, as we saw on the fixture ticker, predicted to score a lot of goals in the first 4 game weeks. And those two guys, on Penn's main FPL picks for, the last couple of seasons, really. And, they're just fantasy beasts. Obviously, captaincy is crucial. Those two can rotate the captaincy nicely. For me, I can't really see it, unless one of them gets injured, those two are pretty much nailed in my team. And I'm pretty certain that I will start with them in game week 1. Rafinha there, offers just incredible value coming in at 6.5. That I think that he, certainly not nailed in my squad, given Leeds have some mixed fixtures early doors, but at 6.5, I just think that his value is incredible. Moving on to the forwards, and I've gone for Watkins and Calvert-Lewin. There are a lot of good forward options, and there are a lot of good forward options around those price points. The likes of Antonio, the likes of Wilson, the likes of Tony from Brentford. I think all of those are strong options. I'm sure there are others. But I do quite like Watkins. I like Calvert-Lewin. I like their early fixtures. I like the fact that they're proven FPL assets. I like the fact that they're not as injury prone as Antonio. But if they don't perform, then there's lots of other players that you can switch to, which I really do think is very important when you're thinking about building your FPL squads. Again, that's it from me. If you are interested in dominating your FPL mini leagues this season and getting a really high overall rank, then make sure that you subscribe to Fantasy Football Hub. A link in the description to our early bird offer. Now it's absolutely the time to sign up, so go check that out. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please do drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We'll be back within the next few days for another video for you. Bye for now.